All right. So what inspires your style?
Wearing the hijab. Having the hijab on, it makes me want to put it on, show everybody, yeah, we can dress just as much as, the girl with the booty shorts. Yeah, we know how to dress. And I love the fact that, we're Black also because the cultural aspect plays into how we dress. With the colors, how you were saying, it's very important. And yeah.
Assalamu alaikum, Oasis Circle. It's your brother Haq Islam here for this week's edition of the Oasis. I have a very special guest with me today. She flew all the way in from Côte d'Ivoire, also known as the Ivory Coast. And let me get this right, Machiami Kamara.
Yes, sir.
But before we start, sister, I want to read about you because you have such a unique and storied story. And I want to make sure I get it right.
Okay.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
Now, you are the founder of Veiled Visionaries, a groundbreaking ecosystem redefining modesty, amplifying visibility, and fostering sisterhood for Black Muslim women. Serving as a vital bridge between major brands and an underserved community. Machiami was recently recognized by Forbes Africa. How was the flight from Côte d'Ivoire to New York City?
It wasn't bad. It was like 30 minutes.
You actually came from Brooklyn, right?
No, from the Bronx.
From the Bronx. All right. That's a whole nother state. That's
but
great.
It's another what's it called? Underrated borough. So I come from being underrated. I come from an underrated borough. I'm from an underrated community. So yeah, we're here.
Well, before we get into the halal community, let's talk. You call yourself a cultural storyteller. What is that?
So anything that basically has to do with telling our story, especially as someone from African descent. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Just letting people know we're here. We deserve to be seen, especially in the media. And it's one of the reasons why I went ahead and founded Veiled Visionaries, because I wanted to get deep into the identity of who I was outside of like being from an African descent. And that's being a Black Muslim woman. So, yeah.
How was it growing up in the Bronx? Is there a large Côte d'Ivoire community there?
Honestly, I grew up around a lot of Gambians and like Senegalese people.
West Coast Africa.
Yeah, but the Ivorians are usually like in Harlem. Senegalese are in Harlem mostly too, but my like area specifically, it was mostly like Gambians. So I really haven't grown up with Ivorians like that. I'm not gonna lie.
But your legacy is Ivorian.
Yes, for sure.
And that's the colonizer you.
Yes. Yeah.
You came from. How did this shape who you are today?
I would say it played a really big role. But I would say, alhamdulillah, it's thanks to my parents. One thing they heavily made sure we were in tune with was our culture. So speaking the language, we spoke our native language more than we spoke French. So I don't even speak French.
What is your native language?
It's called Jula. Different countries call it different things. There's Bambara, there's Maninka, there's Maningo, there's yeah, it's a different, but it's all the same dialect. But yeah, and then like every 2 years, my parents made sure we went back home to Ivory Coast to see family. Like they were very.
What do you remember most about Côte d'Ivoire?
Oof, the crazy
growing
thing
up
is,
there. I mean, spending summers there.
Oh, family, just being around family, the weather. Yeah.
You have to give us a glimpse. No, you have to take us in.
Okay.
Because, you know, as Muslims, and particularly me, I'm very curious. I travel a lot. So I always hear these stories of Côte d'Ivoire. It's one of the most beautiful places on earth.
My earliest memory will be when I was, let's say, like 2 to 3 years old. And this is based on like pictures that I've seen in our family photo album. So my mom and my dad, they sent me to Ivory Coast by myself. I was there for, I don't even know, probably like 2 years, going to school, wearing a school uniform, everything. And then a war broke out. So they had to bring me back. I guess it was some type of emergency thing. And I had to come back with my uncle. But over the summer, I would say like the past 10 years, it's just family. I don't know how to explain it. You know, like when you're having like barbecues with family here and then the sun is out, everyone's laughing, enjoying themselves, and then music is being played. Yeah, it's just good vibes, you know? And honestly, I can't explain it because
You're doing
I haven't
a really
been there.
good job because what's happening in my mind is parallel development. Because when you talk about the barbecues there, I think about the barbecues here and how that was such an important part of our growth and development and memories.
Yeah.
You know, so this is a part of your cultural storytelling.
Yeah. And, you know, celebrating Eid, you know, during Ramadan there one time, which was horrible.
What was horrible about it?
The sun. Like, it was just too much for me personally. And I love to eat too. So honestly, that's one of my struggles as a Muslim. Fasting, I would say, is very hard for me. But yeah, I would say, yeah, it's great. Honestly, I feel like you can have the same type of vibe and energy anywhere in the world, as long as you have the people. When you have the people around you and you're
People you love.
Exactly, and care about, you'll be fine. Like, you'll get the same vibe. So I wouldn't even say it's something special. Let me rephrase that because not everyone gets to experience that. So it is kind of special in a way.
It is very special because the boys called it negritude. And negritude is something that we experience together as a people. It's like when you get on an airplane and you see a black person sitting in first class and you just nod. That's negritude.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And in terms of what we're discussing right now, it's like the negritude I experienced by experiencing your barbecue.
Yeah.
I've never been to Côte d'Ivoire, but when you tell me about the family gatherings and the beauty of it, the food and everything, and the Eid over there, I'm like, yeah, okay.
Like, it's something relatable, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
I would definitely say,
So where did you go to university?
Oh, I went to St. John's University in
Queens. And what'd you study?
I did my bachelor's in business and then got my MBA right after.
At St. John's? Okay, and your MBA is in?
Business administration with a concentration in business analytics.
So how did this, excuse me, very smart. How did this impact the company, your company? Tell me the name again.
Veiled Visionaries.
Veiled Visionaries, yes.
I would say, because I always tell people business is very general, like it's an umbrella. And then when you really go in depth, there's the marketing, there's even like business law, there's management. So I decided to do the whole marketing thing. But even in marketing, there's even like, you got to go in depth. So there's social media marketing, there's digital marketing, there's paid, it's a lot. So yeah, marketing is what I've been using to, thingy my brand. So yeah.
What is Veiled Visionaries? So
Veiled Visionaries is in its name itself, veiled for the girls that cover up, the Muslim girls. And then visionaries is the ones that have a dream for themselves, and yeah, we're here to make those dreams come true, whether that's financially, spiritually, physically. We're trying all types of things. It's
But
not.
you're working with brands to give them more of an understanding of our culture.
Yes, who we are.
So you have to explain that, because now you're being modest. I need you to stick your chest out and tell the truth.
Okay. All right. So we're the bridge between brands and our community. Especially as Black Muslim women, we're left out of most of these conversations, especially with fashion, beauty, even hair care. And I love to use hair care as an example because 9 times out of 10, these hair care brands, they don't worry about us because we cover up our hair. And it's like we actually have curls and coils that we take care of when we go home.
No, I'm assuming that because it's covered so often, you really need to...
we need more hair care, we need to know about moisture retention, length retention. And it's just as important for us especially as someone that wears the hijab. So it's the little things, even beauty, just being, dark skin or being Black in general. Beauty is that space sometimes where they struggle with inclusion, even though they say that they're inclusive. We're trying to just bridge that gap.
So what brands have been receptive?
I know in the beginning, we've worked with Live Tinted.
What is that?
So it's a beauty brand. They're very big on being inclusive, and I always send my appreciation to them because they didn't have to, work with us, but they saw the vision and they decided to come on board, and that's how we actually changed the whole aspect of Veiled Visionaries. Because in the beginning, it was just more like conversations. But now we're like, okay, we need to tap into getting these brands to realize our worth as a community. And yeah.
The halal economy, people don't understand there's 2 billion Muslims on earth.
Right.
And the halal economy is $2 trillion per year. Mm-hmm. And we are very overlooked.
Yeah.
How do you combat that?
Okay, so to add on to what you said, we have the Black market, which is probably 2 billion, like in the trillions or billions, and then we have the Muslim market as well. And Black Muslim women are literally in the intersection of both.
Intersection, yes.
When it comes to brands, they love to hear numbers. So that's one thing that I love to tell them, hey, we're literally at the intersection of 2 of the most craziest markets, and you guys need to, tap in.
But are they listening? I'm asking.
It's hard. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Because it seems to me like they want our money, but they don't want us. We're talking about an economy, and that's something that the Oasis, that we're trying to address here. And we're making inroads, but not where we want to be.
Right.
Yeah, but Allah has us where we're supposed to be right now. Okay, so we'll leave that there. But 2 billion people, $2 trillion a year we spend. We're not getting what we deserve.
Yeah.
And I know you're trying to address it.
Yeah.
So again, I'm at the same question. Is who's been, outside of the one you named, has anyone else been receptive?
It's been hard. I'm not gonna lie to you. I struggle a lot with, advocating for us and getting the brands to see our worth. Like you were saying, they want our money, but they don't really want us. And I'm really trying so hard to change that. But, sometimes I'm also the type of person, I have too much pride. If I'm coming to you and I'm like, hey, this, that, and the third, and you're, not being receptive, I'm not going to keep coming back to you, trying to get you to realize our worth, So I always do what I have to do and move on. Because I feel like I'm also at the early stages as well. So I know inshallah, we're going to get to a point where they're going to come running to us. So that's why I'm like, okay, it's hard right now, but I know we're going to reach a point where they're going to be the one, hey, can we work with you, and all of that. And then I'll decide, do we really need to work with you? Do we just, and then be intentional about the type of brands that I'm working with as well. I don't want to just work with anybody. It has to make sense, especially since we're Muslim. Yeah. So. Mm-hmm.
No, I feel as though we're in the same place because I think that they're going to come to us.
They're going to come.
Because there are too many of us, and we're beginning to make a serious economic and political
We're making
push.
Noise. Mm-hmm.
They don't understand, Muslims have money.
They have, no, I think they know.
You think they know?
I feel like they know. But for some reason, they're just like, I don't know what it is. Because if you ask them, they know.
And we're starting to make a significant political push in America, not only with Mayor Mondani, but there's other, in New York, there's a lot of Muslim politicians. Mm-hmm. There's Muslim businesses everywhere.
They know. Because honestly speaking, I feel like even with America, doing certain things business-wise with Muslim countries, they know. We have money. They know we have money.
One thing I really love about you is your fashion.
Oh.
No, seriously. The way you integrate high-level cultural fashion, colorful fashion into your abayas and your hijabs. Mm-hmm. Come on, it's amazing.
Thank you.
Where did this come from? And not only that, I'm going to add on to that so you can blush a little more.
Okay.
But the aesthetic that surrounds you, there's a lot of I don't know, it seems like a lot of thought goes into these pictures that I see. Yeah. It's because everything is picture perfect, coordinated. Mm-hmm. Okay, so what's up?
Oh, it's been a long journey, I'm not gonna lie. When did I first start wearing the hijab? I think it's been 3 years now. Yeah, I think it's been 3 years. And I've always been someone that loved dressing up. I think I got it from my dad because this man dresses up just to even go to the mosque. If you see him, he's always put together. My dad loves looking clean. I got it from him. I'm not gonna lie. So it's been a long journey, but I feel like with anything that has to do with fashion, it's all about practicing. You just keep wearing certain pieces and you see what works for you and what doesn't, and you just work with it.
No, and I'm not gonna. You're not getting away that easy. You're not getting away that easy.
Serious.
Because the presentation.
Okay. I don't know.
It seems like a lot of thought goes into this, and the color. And we're gonna show some of your photos.
Okay.
While we're talking, we're gonna edit them in later.
Okay.
So, and I wish I could you had one where just everything was red.
Which one was this?
I don't know.
No, you know what's crazy? I remember in high school, I came to school with, I don't even know if it was burgundy or red lipstick. And one of my guy friends, he was like, that's your color. And since that day, I knew that was my color. So I know what works for me and what doesn't. And honestly, I also have that skin tone where most of the colors that I wear works for me. So it's a lot of practice. I'm not gonna lie to you. You have to figure out what colors work and what colors don't. Yellow don't work on.
Did you take any fashion courses?
No.
Or photography courses?
No.
So this is all you.
This is all me.
All right. So what inspires your style?
Wearing the hijab. Having the hijab on, it makes me want to put it on. Show everybody, we can dress just as much as, the girl with the booty shorts. Yeah, we know how to dress. And I love the fact that, we're Black also because the cultural aspect plays into how we dress. With the colors, how you were saying, it's very important. And yeah.
How much are you in tune with what goes on in Côte d'Ivoire?
Politically, I need to be in tune more. What's going on with like the whole political side, the president, the government. But I would say the one thing I'm like very in tune with, it's like soccer. So soccer I love soccer.
Why?
I grew up watching it. My parents, that was another thing that they made sure was something that, connected us to Côte d'Ivoire.
So soccer was a family thing?
Yeah, watching it together. I even have a picture of us wearing, all of my siblings were probably 10, 15 years ago.
How many siblings?
I have 3, so it's all 4 of us. The eldest. Yeah, we're all in our Côte d'Ivoire uniforms doing this in the picture, And you can tell
we just see Côte d'Ivoire play during the World Cup.
Yeah, but we always watched it on the TV.
On the TV.
Yeah. Growing up. So even like watching Drogba play, Yaya Toure, Kolo Toure, Seri Die,
You know all the players.
Yeah, like the old ones and the new ones. Like we're very in tune, yeah.
You have a very young team now.
Yeah, very, very young.
Tell me about them.
They're the youngest playing in the World Cup, and I'm very proud of them because this is their first World Cup, and they're doing very well. Even though we lost yesterday, it was still a good game, and yeah, just giving them grace also because, like I said, this is their first World Cup. So yeah.
As you watch the World Cup, what does the World Cup tell you about Africa and Africans?
Listen. I don't think there will be a World Cup without us. There will not be a World Cup without us.
Why?
It's just so apparent, especially with this World Cup. You can tell every country has at least 5 or more Black or African. Like it's so crazy.
Yeah.
And then
Switzerland.
What? It's so crazy. The whitest countries have Black or African players, and I'm just sitting there watching the TV like, wow, like you guys. I hope you guys realize how much you need us. Like it's so crazy, but yeah.
It's fascinating because most of us who are African American, for example, we all come from West Africa, and scholars argue that 10 to 15% of the enslaved that came were Muslim. I argue that it's at least 50%.
Yeah.
Because all of those countries are Muslim that we came from. How's the status of women as Muslims in Côte d'Ivoire?
So I recently found out, probably like a year ago or 2, that Côte d'Ivoire is really majority Christian.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
No, really?
Yeah. We have the biggest church in the world.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
So, but it's got to
so
be like 40. It's on what, like
no,
45, 55?
It's Christian. It's like
55%. Because I don't think it's more than.
No, it's more. It's more, but it's like
no. I mean 60-40.
No, it's like. See, I need to do more research, but I know they told me that it's like a Christian heavy country, and we have the biggest church in the world. And I was just like, oh, like I didn't know that, but it just shows that like religion don't even really like it plays a role in our country, but because we're like so integrated with each other, like we wouldn't even know.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, we even have like our Christians celebrating Eid with us, so it just feels so integrated. So yeah, I didn't even know. And I was like, wow, I really thought everybody was Muslim, but no. But no.
What is next for Veiled Visionaries?
We have so much in the works. One thing about me, I'll say, if I want something, I'm going to go get it. So all these no's that I've been hearing is not stopping me from nothing. I have a vision. And it's not like I'm doing it for me, you know. I'm trying to do it for everyone that looks like me. And there's so much in the works. I'm talking to so many brands right now, trying to even bring financial literacy to us.
In what manner?
So I tried talking to someone from Chase to see if they can hold like workshops and just like webinars and stuff, just because a lot of us have small businesses, we're entrepreneurs, small business owners. And one of the things that I realized that we don't have as a community as much is financial literacy. They don't teach that, you know, in school. So I think money is important. It's an important conversation to have, especially as women, Muslim women at that. And yeah. So we're trying to do a whole holistic thing when it comes to Muslim women, Black Muslim women. So yeah.
You know, I must say that I think your fashions are extraordinary.
Thank you.
I think the ideal for Veiled Visionaries is incredible.
Thank you.
I'm looking forward to so many great things coming from you.
Inshallah.
And I want you to look into this camera right here and tell everyone how to get in touch with you.
Of course. So you can follow me on LinkedIn, because that's usually where I'm at. Full name, Machiami Kamara. Or you can follow me on Instagram at Simply Mashi.
Now, when people look at Simply Machi, they think that you're some high-level fashion model.
I don't know why. Okay, I was going to say, I don't know why people think that, but
I thought that.
I'm not a model. I don't even want to aspire to be one.
But the photos, they look so professional, like you popped out of a magazine.
Thank you. It's a gift. I'll just say that. Alhamdulillah. It's a gift. It's a gift.
It's an extraordinary gift.
Thank you.
Because your color coordination, the aesthetics that you bring.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I try.
You know, you are just an incredible
Thank you.
fashionista.
Man, but listen, I'm really trying to show the world we can dress.
Yes.
Like, you know, so
yes.
Every time it's time to put it on, I make sure, you know, I put it on and it's the right way. And, you know, so yeah, because we know how to dress. And I know I'm not the only one. I can put you on to so many Black Muslims that know how to dress.
Let's do it.
Yes, like they know how to dress.
So, you know, we're going to do some events together.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, okay.
We should definitely.
Well, thank you for coming on the Oasis.
Of course.
You know, before we go, we looked at the stats. Mm-hmm. And Islam is still the dominant religion in Cote d'Ivoire.
Okay.
It's like 43% Muslim and 39% Christian. And then
the
other local religions. But nonetheless, what I appreciate about what you say is that everyone lives together.
It's like you wouldn't, it's so crazy. But
no, it's good. Know. That's the way the Prophet, peace be upon him.
Yeah.
Because at the time of the Prophet, Jews, Christians, and Muslims, we all lived together.
Yeah. And it's so completely different here, though. Like here, everyone is, so segregated. But over there, it's like, you know, everybody's just so... Because one thing that like intertwines all of us is the culture. So, and you know, with Africans, culture is so important.
One other thing you got to tell me about before we part. The food of Cote d'Ivoire. Tell me about it. And where can I go in New York City to get some good Ivorian food?
There's the restaurant called Yope City in the Bronx. It's like all the way uptown though. YOP City, CITY. One of our what's it called? Famous dishes in Ivory Coast is called acheke. I don't know if it depends on if you're a fish.
I love fish.
You love fish? Okay, so you just go get it with some fish, some plantains, Yeah, it's so good. But if it's something that you know you're not really into, we have futu banan, which is plantain fufu.
Plantain fufu.
So good. But honestly, it's not good here. It's good back home when they use the fresh banana to make it. Like, it's so good. Woo, so good.
Alhamdulillah.
So good.
Any food that'll make a woman say, whoo, is a good food.
I told you I'm a foodie. Like, I love
yeah.
to eat. I love me some good food. So, yeah.
Thank you so much for coming on. And thank you so much for your platform and all you do for Mussolinas.
Thank you for having me.
And for being the fashionista that you are. You're humble about it.
You think so?
You're humble, but your game is extraordinary.
I mean, I try to be humble. You know, it's good. It's good to be humble.
Absolutely.
It's good to have humility.
Absolutely.
Because you don't want to come off as arrogant also, you know?
Yeah.
Because I'm very confident like in what I do and in everything that I do. But
MBA.
Yeah, but I try to not be arrogant about it. So
well, tell your parents they did a fantastic job.
Thank you.
All right, that's this week's edition for the Oasis, brothers and sisters. It's your brother Haq Islam. Until next week, assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.